What's up, Bulls Nation? My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing whether or not it's a realistic possibility to see Alex Caruso return to the Los Angeles Lakers, reunite with his old team, and end up maybe trying to go and compete for that championship. Now, at the end of the day, I know this is a Bulls channel, and many Bulls fans probably don't want to hear about stuff like this, but I don't know. I just felt like I looked at the Chicago Bulls. I looked at a lot of articles, and all of a sudden, there's bunches and bunches and bunches of articles suggesting that Alex Caruso could potentially be going back to the Lakers, or that there's a possibility of a reunited LA team with Caruso in there. So I'm going to discuss the possibility, if it's likely, and how likely can it be for the Chicago Bulls to trade Alex Caruso this season. But before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to enjoy it at any point, feel free to drop a follow and or subscribe if you're new. Leave a like as well. Comment down below your thoughts about Alex Caruso potentially, I guess, joining the Los Angeles Lakers again. And without further ado, let's get started. Ultimately, Alex Caruso is one of our most important players. I know some people don't necessarily like him, or I feel maybe indifferent towards him, which is each to their own. It's fine if you feel that way, but the way that I've always viewed Alex Caruso is that he's one of our most important players because he has a leadership role in this team, I truly believe. Defensively, he's absolutely on point every single season. And of course, when we see him out with injuries, we see this team get significantly worse. So for those reasons, Alex Caruso is a massive part of this Bulls team, right? And the way that I see this Bulls team going is that if this Bulls team does well, guys like Alex Caruso won't be going anywhere, no matter what the asking price is. I remember way back when he was linked to the Warriors were willing to give up 2 first-round picks to the Chicago Bulls, and at that point, the Bulls declined that trade. And the only reason I see that the Bulls declining a trade like that is simply put because they thought he was a massively important part to the team, and they still wanted to try and compete at that point in time, as they probably do want to do at this point in time as well, to go ahead and try to compete with every fiber of their beings. And that's why Alex Caruso is still around. But if this Bulls team doesn't do well, if continuity does fall, if this Bulls team has its last opportunity and stumbles, then Alex Caruso is, in my opinion, a guy that we can trade. We can get assets for Alex Caruso. We could get first-round picks for Alex Caruso. We could potentially get another player into this team for Alex Caruso, and that's where the possibilities will lie. He's also on a very good contract. Any team in the NBA could be knocking on the door for Alex Caruso the way that his contract currently sits. But of course, since it's the Lakers, we know everything about the Lakers, don't we? They dominate the media. They dominate the world of NBA basketball news. So essentially, just because the Lakers might be interested in Alex Caruso, there's about 6 or 7 articles talking about Alex Caruso going back to the Lakers, if you know what I mean. But I must say, it is possible to see Alex Caruso traded, and it is possible to see Alex Caruso traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. It is very, very possible. As I just said, I think a whole bunch of teams are going to be knocking on the door for a guy like Alex Caruso. So that means, as much as it is possible to see Caruso join the Lakers, have that reunited, I guess, phase in his career where it goes back to the team that gave him the opportunity, where the fans love him and adore him, and obviously he's back in a situation where he's playing under LeBron James, playing under Anthony Davis, playing under that team that has won a championship with him in the past. Of course, people like to tell the story, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a realistic story to tell, if you know what I mean. There are so many teams that are going to be knocking. The Bulls are not going to prioritize LA unless LA gives us the best offer. It's as simple as that. We're not supposed to, or we're not going to be giving teams handouts here, in my opinion. We shouldn't be that type of team that's going to take less in order to get, I guess, the player to a destination where they can tell the story. In my opinion, Alex Caruso is a guy that we could get very big assets from. And if people are going to be offering first-round picks, multiple first-round picks for Alex Caruso, those are the teams we're going to be paying attention to. If the Lakers are not willing to do something like that, then personally, I don't see a reason why we would prioritize the Lakers over any other team outside of the fact that it's a good story. But the Bulls shouldn't be focused on stories. The Bulls should be focused on narratives. The Bulls should be focused on hypothetical returns. At the end of the day, what's best on the table for the Bulls at that time should be what we go after, in my opinion. And that's only if the Bulls don't do well. If the Bulls do tremendously well this season, you are most likely going to see Alex Caruso remain because he's going to be that key important part of the team that allows us to be successful. His role in this team might be questioned. His offensive capabilities will always be put into question, but you can't deny how important he can be on the defensive end and how that can lead to offensive opportunities as well. Alex Caruso is very important to us, in my humble opinion. But of course, everybody is extendable on this Bulls team, or everybody is tradable. No one's untouchable here. So if a right offer comes in, regardless of if we're winning or not, but if we're winning, it'll be harder to trade Alex Caruso. If the Bulls are mediocre, it'll be easier to trade Alex Caruso. But regardless of our situation, if the right team comes knocking, Alex Caruso can leave this Bulls team, and maybe, just maybe, we can walk away with a win in that trade. We'll have to wait and see. But in terms of the hypothetical LA return to the Bulls, I haven't even talked about the trade offers that are on the table because I didn't even bother. Because at the end of the day, there's no point in looking at those things until we know how good or bad the Bulls are going to be. There's no way we're trading Alex Caruso before the season begins. So I'm not even going to bother about looking at trade situations, looking about whether or not who wins and who loses, because we don't know. And things will change for both teams most likely during the season. So let's wait and see. But ultimately, Alex Caruso will be on the trade block, in my opinion. I think as much as the Bulls listen to trades about Zach LaVine, they'll be listening to trades about Alex Caruso as well. But it doesn't mean they're going to accept any trades for Alex Caruso. What comes on the table has to be, in my opinion, a can't-refuse situation. We're going to get rid of him now, which I don't think we're going to get. But once the season goes on, Alex Caruso can become that trade target that we can get for return, an asset in return, multiple assets in return. And we'll wait and see what ends up happening. But that's going to be me for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next Chicago Bulls related video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.